This is episode number 7 of the Online Playmaker Sessions. This week's episode is with attraction marketing queen, Lisa Torres.
Welcome to the Online Playmaker Sessions. This is the place for the latest what's working now strategies from the best online playmakers, the top marketers, the rising stars who are making it happen right now. Every week, you'll get real, actionable lessons that you can take and apply immediately in your business, delivered in short 20-minute sessions. Our focus is your results. Here's your host, entrepreneur, world-class trainer, and marketing strategist, Norbert Orlowitz.
Hello, online playmakers. If this is your first time tuning into the Playmaker Sessions, thank you for choosing us, and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, and if you prefer video, our YouTube channel at onlineprofitplaybook.tv. As with all of our episodes, we have all the show notes, transcripts, and actionable tips over on the blog. Just head over to www.onlineprofitplaybook.com. You'll also be able to get access to my complimentary 5-video tutorial series on building the proper foundation for your online business, as well as several other free trainings, including my Instant Income Multiplier tutorial. And if you're ready to multiply your results fast, check out the premium membership of our Online Profit Playbook, where our guests open up their closely guarded playbooks and walk you step by step through the exact marketing funnels and sales process they use to build their audience, grow their influence, and make sales. Get the coveted Online Profit Playbook today. Just head over to onlineprofitplaybook.com and join the Playmakers. Lisa Torres was introduced to network marketing when she was 19 years old. She struggled for her first 18 years, jumping around from company to company, thinking that it was the product, service, opportunity, or sponsor's fault why she was not having success. Then, in 2007, when she got laid off from her job in corporate America, she made a decision to never work for anybody again. She was soon introduced to the concept of attraction marketing and building a network marketing business using the power of the internet. She learned the skill sets and mindset that she needed to create success and went on to build a 6-figure business in her network marketing company. Since then, she has learned to sponsor 1 to 3 new members per day in her various businesses. She has spoken in front of thousands of people at various events, inspiring and empowering them to take action in their business. Her main goal is to help network marketers become professionals in their business so they can become a success story too. This week's Online Playmaker, Lisa Torres. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's Norbert Orlowitz here with another Playmaker session, and I'm very excited to bring to you Lisa Torres Allen. How are you doing today, Lisa?
I'm doing excellent, Norbert. Thank you for having me on today. How are you?
Awesome. Very, very good. And I'm actually very excited and honored to have you on here as well, Lisa, because I've watched your career over the last few years. You've been online for quite a bit of time, making things happen. And then, recently I've seen you, you came into the MLSP community and you just exploded into the community and have been getting some incredible results. And, when I thought, geez, I want to share top marketers online with our audience, and I want to share rising stars. I want to share people who are making things happen right now in the industry. And I honestly couldn't think of a better person, because you are getting incredible results, but even more so, the people on your team, the people that you're working with are getting incredible results. And I just want to, first of all, congratulate you on that and, and say, wow, you're doing such an amazing job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Cool. All right. So we're going to jump right in here. We're going to try to keep these sessions nice and short, nice and tight, and just get a lot of value and a lot of content from you as quickly as possible. So what I want to start with first, Lisa, is I want to actually take you back a few years. And when did you actually start marketing online?
2007.
2007. Okay. Same time as me. So we started right around the same time.
Yeah.
That was a big year, 2007, 2008. A lot of big marketers started around that time. Okay, so you might have to go back a few years, but I want you to share with the audience, all of us started with some struggle. There was some struggle, some heartache, some failures, some mistakes, beating our head against the computers, trying to figure this online marketing thing out. And all of us have had some sort of a breakthrough or multiple breakthroughs where all of a sudden it clicked and we started getting results. Can you go back a few years and share with us what that breakthrough was for you? What specifically happened and what specifically did you do?
Absolutely. So, like I said, I started in 2007 when I got laid off from my job. Prior to that, I was in network marketing for, 18 years. Never really had any success. I started when I was 19. So I was in it already for 18 years, jumping around from company to company, really trying to figure it out, never making any money. But I saw the vision, I saw the dream, and I saw so many other people making it happen in this industry. So I knew it was possible. I just didn't know what was wrong with me yet.
I can relate to that story.
Yes, I thought that there was something wrong with me. Obviously, there was some kind of lack of skill, lack of mindset. I didn't know it at the time. I kept jumping from company to company back then because I thought it was the product, or I thought it was, the service, or I thought it was my upline, or the training, or whatever. I never really point fingers this way. I was like this, but I never really pointed the finger here. And here was the main problem. But I didn't know that. And what you don't know, you just don't know. And then when I got laid off in 2007, that was the moment that I made the decision never to work for someone ever again. And so the internet was big. YouTube was really hot at that time. MySpace was hot at that time.
MySpace.
Yes. And so when I got laid off, I was just going on YouTube, just looking at people's videos. And I was like really studying, like, what are people doing? And I kind of picked about 5 people that I was actually going to their channels every single day, just watching and, just trying to figure out what is it that they're doing? Why are they getting so many views? Well, how are they having so much success? And there was one woman that, I really resonated with. She was from Florida. I was in New York at the time. And I reached out to her and I said, can we talk on the phone? Obviously, there was really no chatting unless you were emailing back then. So I said, can we speak on the phone? Because I'm really interested in partnering with you in your business. This is my first time doing online marketing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking for a mentor. I'm looking for a coach. I really want to make this happen. I just got laid off from my job. And I'm looking for somebody to partner with. And she said, sure. She gave me her number. We spoke for about an hour on the phone. And when I hung up that phone, I signed up. I pulled up my credit card and I signed up through her link. And, the moment that I hung up and the moment that I bought into her program, it was a little $97 program that taught you internet marketing, but it was all ebooks, video, like we have like inside of MLSP. And your community that you're building right now, this training that you're doing, video-based, right? Yeah. We didn't really have a lot of that back then.
Yep.
So if you're watching this now, be grateful that you have video format, because to read 300 ebooks is a living nightmare. But I did it. I literally read about 300 ebooks because I really wanted to learn about list building and capture pages and all these different online marketing forum marketing. Like, I wanted to learn it all. So I was hungry, because the hunger came from not wanting to go back to work for someone again. I was in a cubicle all of my life. I always took orders from someone. I always had to be the 9 to 5 thing. And I was just so over that I was willing to do whatever it took to get the information that I needed to move forward with not having to go back to work. I needed to make a full-time income, and I wanted to do it online, period. Mm-hmm. So, when I bought into her program, and I really sat back and just analyzed what just happened, right? What just happened? Okay, I watched her video. I got her on the phone. I pulled up my credit card, and now I'm in her business. Mm-hmm. What did she do? She made videos, attracted a person like me, and now I'm in her business. So when I kind of looked at that picture, I was like, well, okay, so then I need to start doing videos, because if I start doing videos, then people are going to watch me, they're going to call me, and I'm going to sign them up.
Right.
And so that's exactly what I started doing. I just started following her lead. And I believe that if you want to be a leader, you have to follow a leader first and do the things that they do in your own kind of way. put your own little personality to it. So I started doing videos. I think my first video took about 50 times before I actually uploaded because I was so nervous. I was sweating. I had to retake it literally around 50 times before I actually uploaded. But I finally did it, and it was very, very difficult to try to do a video, but I did it again. And then I did it again. And the more I kept doing it, the easier it got. And before I knew it, I had 100 videos on my YouTube channel that was generating leads and making me sales. Wow. Then I moved over to MySpace, and I started, tampering a little bit in there, playing around in there, trying to build relationships in there, because that was like the in thing back then, as far as like building relationships with people. That was the in thing. And so through MySpace, my first MLSP sponsor, that's where he found me. He sent me a message, and he said, if MLSP was only 4 months old at that time.
Yeah,
this was in 2008. Yeah, this is 2008. It was only 4 months old at that time. And he said, hey, there's this new system out. It's going to help you to generate leads online. You don't have to worry about building your own capture pages and all that stuff. And at that time, it took me like 2 months to build my blog. It took me, I was trying to buy different kind of tools and stuff to try to build capture pages. Like, I was literally pulling out my hair at that point. So when he told me that I could learn marketing, it's video based, I could learn how to generate my own leads, the capture pages are already included. I was like, where's the link? Sign me up. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And so I watched the video, I got in. I was in for about 10 months, learned a lot, made a little bit of noise. I think I signed up 50 people through Twitter at that time, because this was when Twitter was started, coming out.
Wow, okay.
I signed up about 50 people in about 2 or 3 months in MLSP, and it went really good about right that time. And then I kind of drifted off. I got the skill sets. Now I kind of drifted off into the network marketing again. And that's when I started getting, I started learning more about attraction marketing. I started generating my own leads. And I went on, fast forward, a couple of years after that, I went on to create a 6-figure income in a network marketing company because of the skill sets that I learned, about attraction marketing and stuff like that.
When you accomplished that, when you built that 6-figure income in network marketing, were you focused mostly on online marketing activities, or, did you go back to a lot of the relationship building stuff as well?
Strictly 100% automated sales. And now I'm more into building relationships, and we'll talk about that a little later. But at that moment, it was strictly 100% put my, add value, put some content out there, generate leads. Those leads will eventually convert into sales through my email follow-ups and stuff like that. So I wanted to learn how to get that process down, to the T.
Right.
And so that's what I did. I wasn't really into building relationships and all that. The relationships came after they signed up. That's when I, reached out to them and started building the relationship with them.
Okay. Now we talked, I took you back a few years here. So we're talking about MySpace, and we're talking about eBooks, and we're talking about, videos on YouTube. So let's go into the present moment now. Yeah, it's ancient times, right? And so some people might be listening to that thinking, oh, okay, well, that's irrelevant now. I can't do that stuff. But it's really the same stuff that we're doing now. We're creating videos on whether it's on YouTube, or it's, media on podcasting, on iTunes, or it's Periscope. It's really still just video, audio, media-based marketing. And we're doing social media. It's not MySpace anymore, but now it's Facebook, it's Twitter, LinkedIn. So let's go into the present moment now. What are you doing now to build your business and generate leads? And I know you do some unique things, and maybe we'll get into that at this point as well. But just share with us sort of what are your marketing strategies right now to generate traffic, build your audience, and generate leads for your business?
Believe it or not, it's still video.
Yeah, I do believe it.
It's still video. It's blogging now, especially more now since, the MLSP sites are up now, and I'm one of the beta testers. So I already have my blog up and running, and I was doing blogging before anyway, but I didn't really take it as serious as I am doing it now, which has been working really well, by the way. But it has been just really adding quality content online. And when I say video, I'm talking about Facebook videos. I still use YouTube, but not the way that I use Facebook videos.
Okay.
Why is because even though Facebook may get more traffic, I found that uploading a video on Facebook gets me more views. Because, you know, you're building your followers, you're building your likes. I'm talking about my fan page.
Mm-hmm.
And even on my wall, because what I do is I upload a video to my fan page. I also do SEO on the fan page because the search engines will pick that up.
That's right. Yep.
So I do SEO on my actual video itself. And then I share it to my regular profile. So I'm driving traffic from my regular profile to my fan page. I'm driving traffic from my emails in my PS signatures to my fan page. I really use my fan page as a communication tool. You want to chat with me? You have questions? Send me a message on Facebook. You know, I kind of direct everybody there because to me, that's kind of like my communication hub. That's where they can come and they can send me a chat message. They can ask me questions. They can watch my videos, get a bunch of value from there. So really Facebook, adding the value and then communicating with those people as they're sending me the messages and building the relationships from there. So that's kind of how I'm using it.
That's really cool. And there's a couple of things there that I'm seeing. One is you're a little bit ahead of the curve, because Facebook is you know, really just getting into video as far as trying to compete with YouTube. You know, they're going to be creating more search-based, you know, views for their videos, and they're really trying to compete with the YouTube platform with their videos. And you're already using it very, very heavily. But what I like what you're doing here is everyone that I've interviewed talks about content. Every single top marketer that I interview, anybody that's making anything happen creates content. That's one of the main things that I want to communicate through this training, is to show people that content is the critical foundation of your business. It's involved in every part of your business, from generating traffic to generating leads to building an audience to creating conversions. And I love the way that you're using content, but what I love your little twist on it, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this, is sending people back to your Facebook fan page and really making that your communication hub. So how much time do you actually spend speaking or chatting or engaging one-on-one with your audience here?
Not too much time.
Okay.
You know, my main goal is to answer their questions. I mean, it's not like I'm getting 50, you know, inboxes a day. I'll get about maybe 3 to 5 in a day is about average, 3 to 5 messages a day. So to handle 3 to 5 messages a day is really not a big deal. I try to definitely get them on the phone. I'll communicate with them and kind of see where they are as far as their serious factor, because I really don't want to get on the phone with someone who's not serious.
Yeah.
So excuse me, if they're coming to me asking me questions, that is like the green light that says to me that the person is holding a green light and saying, or actually a yellow light, I should say, saying, I'm ready. Right. And not go, I'm ready to go, but just I'm ready. I'm open.
I'm open.
Right. I'm open. And so when they send me a message, to me, it's like a yellow light that says, I'm open. Right. And so I have that communication with them, and we're going back and forth, and I ask them, you know, I start asking them questions about themselves. I start digging into their pain, their wants, their needs, really trying to figure out, well, what is it that you want? Why are you inboxing me? Like, what are you looking for? You're asking me these questions for what? What is the main goal? So I really try to dig into what they're doing. And then my final question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how serious are you about XYZ? And if they say 7 and above, I get them on the phone. If they say 7 or 6 or less, let's say, then I just say, well, here's a few videos. You can go and watch these videos. You could start there. That's your learning curve.
Right.
You know, and I just, because if they're not serious, then I'm not going to waste my time on the phone. If they're anything less than 7, they could just go watch the videos that I have. And if you guys don't know, and I don't know if you know this, Norbert, but Facebook has a link now that kind of looks like YouTube, where it's a link to your videos.
Oh, yeah.
Facebook.com/your fan page username .com/videos with an S at the end. And I bought a domain for that. And I say, go to, this .com, and then it'll take them directly to that page. And through that page, they'll see all the videos. And when we share the screen, I'll kind of show you exactly what I mean by that.
Yeah, no, that's cool because, and that is a relatively new feature now. But so you're basically using your Facebook videos like a YouTube channel.
Yes.
But where I see the power of what you're doing is that Facebook is such a better social networking platform.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't use YouTube as a social networking platform at all. I just use it for SEO, and I just keep the video there. If it gets leads, and I get leads every now and then, but it's not my main thing. Facebook is my main thing. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Awesome. I love the way that you're keeping it simple and keeping your strategy really focused. Okay. So let's talk about focus right now, because I see a lot of marketers, they struggle because I feel like they're doing too many things. I feel like they're keeping really busy with a lot of activities, but they're not focusing on the activities that are actually going to create results. So this is kind of a two-part question. The first part of the question is, what is your day-to-day activities like? What are the 80%, the high leverage activities that give you 80% of the results that you actually do in your business on a daily, weekly basis? What does Lisa do to build her business, her activities?
Absolutely. Well, I'll talk a little bit about before I hired an assistant.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll talk a little bit about my life after I hired an assistant.
The before and after, yes.
Yeah, the before is that I did everything on my own. Everything that I ever did or do now is 100% free. I don't do any paid advertising at all. I use social media to build my brand, to build my following, to provide value. That's what I use. And obviously my main one is Facebook. I do use Pinterest, I do use Instagram, but when I do, it's to lead them back to either my blog and then also to Facebook, and to lead them to Facebook as well, especially through Instagram. And we'll talk about that a little later too. So before, I used to create my own images for Instagram because I have about 20 Instagram accounts.
Oh my goodness.
That my assistant manages for me. And it doesn't take a long time. It could take like maybe 45 minutes to manage 20 Instagram accounts. It could be a little bit more than that, maybe 25. I don't even know how many I have. I have to go back and count, but it's a lot. So I used to manage that. So that would take me about 45 minutes of my time doing tedious stuff, right? Which is creating the images was like a separate task on my own. So that would take, a few minutes to create the image, and then a few minutes to 45 minutes to log into Instagram and post all that same image to all of my accounts, right? So we're looking at an hour and about an hour to do that. Mm-hmm. So that's an hour of non-income producing activity. Mm-hmm. Okay. Before that, I used to upload my videos to YouTube and do the SEO. I don't do any of that stuff now. The only thing I do is upload, and I put it on private and let my assistant go in there and do her SEO stuff.
Nice.
Right now, what she also does to me for me too is she creates the images for me. And I'll show you all of that stuff when we get into the screen sharing video section of it. Mm-hmm. She creates the images for me, and she logs into my Instagram accounts to upload the image. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have a group on Facebook called the Story Bumping Group, Facebook Story Bumping, because the way that it works is with Facebook EdgeRank. I don't know if you are familiar with that. Yep. Many people are not familiar with what Facebook EdgeRank is, and it's kind of like boosting your last post, your update up to the top. So the more comments that you're getting on, the more likes, the more shares, the more people are commenting on your status updates on your fan page, you're going to stay at the top of the feed. Mm-hmm. So when people log in and they're looking, they're going to see you at the top of the feed. So that's what story bumping is. It's basically bumping your story up to the top. So the more comments and stuff that you're getting, the more you will stay at the top, and the more when people log in, they'll see you. You won't get lost by not having any likes, not having any comments, just being, just buried in the news feed. And so I have a story bumping group. So she kind of manages that for me. I used to do that myself. That used to take me about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes a day. There's a few other things that she does, but the way my life looks now is that I let her do all of the tedious things that don't produce income, and I focus on the things that do produce income. Obviously, I create my own content.
Yeah.
But my main focus is prospecting and closing. The more content I can create, the more prospects are going to come to me through Facebook chat. Mm-hmm. The more communication, that I'm going to have with people, and the more sales that I'm going to make in my business, because I'm going to be able to find out their pain, their wants, their needs, their whys, and stuff like that, and close them on the end.
So as far as money-making activities, just to review here, you're talking about creating content, because that's what's going to attract prospects to you.
Quality content.
Quality content. Yes. Yeah. It's not just about creating a post every single day. It's about creating quality content. Absolutely. So you're creating quality content, and then as people are approaching you, whether they're opting in as an email lead or they're messaging you on Facebook, however they're engaging with you, you're now engaging back with them and trying to basically sort as to who are your hottest prospects, and then you further the conversation on the telephone.
Yeah, let me give you an example. What I used to do, first of all, I used to generate about 40 to 50 leads, free leads a day. Okay. And my conversions weren't as higher because the relationship part wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Now I'm only generating about 10 to 15 leads a day, but I'm signing up about 1 to 3 members a day. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like I can go a few days without sponsoring anyone, and that's fine. But on average, it's about 1, sometimes 2, 3 in a day, less leads, but higher conversions because I'm building that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, that's somewhere around a 10% sales conversion rate, which is quite unheard of.
Right. So like, for example, in MLSP, because I started doing this in MLSP, I've only been with MLSP for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And I've already sponsored 197 people in 6 months.
You've already got your honey badger, I can see back there. I remember handing that out to you.
Yes. Ugly little thing, but powerful little thing.
Tenacious little honey badger. Love that thing. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's keep moving on here. What have I not asked you? Oh yeah, okay. So here's a question that I love asking, and I think this is really important for a lot of the viewers and listeners here, who are maybe getting started, maybe they're starting to see results, but they're not quite cranking it just yet. So if you were to start all over again, knowing what you know now, so you've got all your knowledge, you've got all your experience, you just don't have the assets, you don't have the money, you don't have the network, you don't have the contacts, you don't have the list, but you have all the knowledge that you have. Knowing everything you know now, what would be your game plan? What would be your action plan over the next 30 days to create results?
The first thing I would work on is my brand. And your brand is you. So I would work on, and when I say brand, I'm talking about visual, right? So I would work on having a professional picture done. Your picture is the first thing that people see. I see so many people on Facebook putting up flowers and their pictures of their pets and, pictures of their kids, like, if you're trying to build a business, people want to see a professional, clear, crispy picture of you smiling. Okay, so that's number one. Definitely if you have to go to JCPenney's or somewhere to get, a nice little package done, and you can use some of those professional images inside of your brand, do that, because your brand is you. So look professional. Okay, that's number one. The second thing that I would do, what I'm gonna share right now is I'll share a little bit of the non-techie way of doing it. Mm-hmm. Share the techie way of doing it. Okay. So the non-techie way would obviously to work on your brand, and that's your image.
This is more important than ever, I think, because internet viewers are so much more savvy now. I mean, you talked back in 2007 when YouTube was hot and all of us marketers were doing YouTube videos. Do you remember the poor quality of those videos? I mean, they were awful. You could literally just shoot a little video. It was blurry, it was pixely, you know, it didn't really matter, but you could still make money with those videos. Today, you can't get away with that. You can't get away with that because internet viewers are so much more savvy. They expect professional quality. They're used to quality, everything that they see online. So if you want to be, like you said, if you want to be taken seriously, this is a critical aspect. I totally agree with you.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So getting back to the non-techie part, the non-techie part would be to get your brand, your image, nice, clean, crispy picture together. Start a Facebook fan page, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just there's so many features in Facebook fan page, like the watch here. Watch here, where are you sending them to? Are you sending them to a capture page? Are you sending them to the blog? If you're sending them to your blog, you know, how does your blog look? Does it match? You know, is it professional also? Is it a cheesy looking blog?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about the brand, you have to make sure that every aspect of you that is online is nice.
And this is so much easier nowadays. I mean, we've got Fiverr.com where you can hire designers super cheap. You know, now we've got MLSP sites where you can set up a blog with a few clicks. And I know that that's still in beta, but it's coming out, you know, very, very shortly. You know, you've got ClickFunnels and lead pages where you can create your own capture pages, and even MLSP has Funnelizer. So all of that is so much easier now to make it look good that there's just no excuse for having
there is no excuse. And you want to know why there's no excuse? Because back in 2007, when I first started online, I had to get like, I had to download little things to my computer. What was that software where you literally have to work on the HTML? Dreamweaver. Yeah. I had to put that on my computer.
I had to figure out how to use that.
Yes. You guys have it made in the shade because all these little tools that we have, like lead pages, Funnelizer inside of MLSP, ClickFunnel or whatever, all they really, first of all, everything is already done for you. All you're doing in there is uploading your images, putting your content, and clicking save. Do you know what we had to go through back then to do that? We had to literally start from scratch with HTML. So anyway, the non-techie, get your image right. For those that are not even interested about blogging, you don't have to blog, although I highly recommend, but at least at the very bare minimum, get your image together and start a Facebook fan page. Work on your Facebook fan page, get it really nice, you know, add some stuff to it, add quality content to it. Same thing with your personal profile. You want to kind of keep them separate. On your personal profile, it needs to be more about you, maybe motivational stuff, maybe books that you're reading and things like that. And then on your fan page, just keep it quality content related, you know, videos, maybe images or whatever it is. And then on your Facebook profile, you can actually share your own fan page to your profile so your followers can see it. And also start connecting with the right people who have the right quality. And you can see it by their profile picture. So that's the non-techie side. Let's talk about the person who's a little bit more advanced, who definitely does want to start blogging. They want to start doing more videos or whatever. Same thing here. You know, the three things: your image, your, you know, good stuff on your profile and fan page. But in this side, on the more techier side, I would highly recommend that you guys get more into blogging. Okay, because blogging is your home on the internet. It is where you can brand yourself. It is where you can host all of your content. It is where you invite your prospects, your future customers, to come and read all of your content, join your business, buy your products, see all the value that you have. You know, I mean, I even recommend some people even host, like the newbies that are just getting started. I recommend that they take a Google Hangout, post it on there, make a blog post, and go share it and go live and start sharing like live webinars. Like, it's so easy these days to just, with all the tools that we have, Norbert, it's incredible.
Yeah,
I wish that we had Google Hangout back then.
I know. Now, you talk so much about creating content, and you know, I'm just thinking about some people that might get intimidated by that. What do you mean by valuable content? how do I create content? I haven't had any results. I'm not getting any results right now. How can I come up with great content to create? Who's going to want to hear from me? How do you answer that question and help those people out? What do you suggest?
Yep. Well, first of all, you need to know who your target market is. Okay. If you are building your brand, like we just talked about, and you're creating your quality picture and everybody, if you have a business, obviously you have a product or a service that you're trying to get people to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what business is, right? People have to buy in order for you to make money. So you have to have something. So whatever that something is, whether it's your own product, your own coaching program, a network marketing company, an affiliate company, whatever it is, figure out what that is and who needs it. Okay. And why do they need it? Mm. And what benefits can they get from using that thing? Because the more you know about who your prospect is and what they need, the easier it's going to be for you to create content around that. Right? So for example, my niche is network marketers, struggling network marketers. It's been my niche since 2008 when I was introduced to MLSP, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. It's been my niche. Is how I built a 6-figure income online by focusing on network marketers who need help with building their business on the internet. Most of them don't know how to do it because their network marketing companies don't really teach what we have here. Okay.
Yep.
So you have to know who your target market is, what their problems are, what are they struggling with, and the solution that you have, right? So for example, my target market, they struggle with leads and they struggle with sales. Okay. So what is my job? My job is to shoot videos and create blog content or even images on Instagram with quotes and stuff like that will guide them into the idea of using my system that I have to help them. Mm-hmm. So for example, if I know that they're struggling with closing more sales, mm-hmm. And I know that, right? I may shoot a video about, the top 3 questions you can ask your prospects to close more sales inside of your business or something mm-hmm. like that. And I would just create a short, 2-3 minute video, definitely no longer than 5-minute video, talking about the 3 top things that, the 3 top questions that I would ask my prospects in order for them to make a buying decision or something like that.
Awesome. Great specific example. Yeah.
Yes. And if you don't know, then you need to go and learn. And, it's all over. I mean, look all over. Anytime literally, it's all over. Go to Google how, what questions can I ask prospects to make a sale? Mm-hmm. And you'll come up with a whole bunch of blog posts and just go read, go learn, go find out. And once you pick 3 things that you found, right, write it down and now go shoot a video about it.
Yeah.
Now you look like the expert.
Okay, Lisa, we could keep chatting here for another hour, I am sure, because this has been a lot of fun. But we got to wrap it up here because we want to keep these a little bit on the shorter side. So you've shared so many great ideas with us, so much great content already, so many specific things that you're doing in your business. And I know in the premium edition for our members, you're going to be opening up your business. You're going to walk us through one of the specific marketing funnels, your sales process, really, for how you generate leads and close people and make sales. So I'm really looking forward to that for our members. So let's leave our listeners and our viewers here 3 final tips, Lisa, for people who are looking to create results in their business right now.
Oh, let's see. First one is to work on your brand.
Mm-hmm. I can see that's a big thing for you. That's a big thing that you teach. Yeah, which is huge. It really is. Yeah,
definitely. Yes. So work on your brand would be number 1. Number 2 is to let's see, figure out your daily schedule. Right? We have our lives are so busy with so many things, different things, and many of you have full-time jobs and you're trying to figure out how to leave your job and work from home full-time or whatever it is. Start planning your day and start carving out blocks of time to actually go out there and build your business. And then and the third one is within those blocks of time, figure out exactly what you're going to be doing, because you can't say, okay, I'm going to work on my business from 7 at night to 11 o'clock at night. Okay. That's great. That's a great start. But what exactly are you going to be doing within that block of time? Because within that block of time, that's where you're going to produce your sales.
Lisa, this was awesome. Thank you so much for joining us here for this session. It was power-packed, lots of great content, lots of great tips, lots of great actionable strategies that people are going to be able to take away and start implementing in their business. Thank you so much. We're going to, underneath this video on the blog, if you're listening to this on the podcast, head over to the blog, onlineprofitplaybook.com. Where you'll see Lisa's episode, and we'll have the show notes and some links to some of the resources that we've mentioned here and places where you can connect with Lisa personally as well. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on all your success. And I just want to say you are awesome, and thank you again, and look forward to seeing what you're going to be creating over the next 6 to 12 months.
Thank you for having me, Norbert. It was a pleasure. And thank you for watching, everyone.
All right, everyone. See you next time.
I hope you enjoyed this week's Playmaker session. If you love the session, subscribe now to our YouTube channel so you never miss our weekly episodes. Be sure to also subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Just type in Online Playmakers in the search bar and click subscribe, and be sure to leave a 5-star review. All of the episodes, show notes, transcripts, resources, and bonuses are available on the blog over at onlineprofitplaybook.com, along with several bonus free tutorials I've created for you as well. Your fast track to results is to follow the Playmakers. You can download their closely guarded playbooks and follow them step by step to grow your influence, build your audience, and create results in your business right now. Head over to onlineprofitplaybook.com and join the Playmakers to get full access today. Thank you again for joining us today, and be sure to tune in next week as we bring you another power-packed session with the top Playmakers online. This is Norbert Orlowitz, signing off.